Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back for another round of Spelunky. Hope you're all doing well today. We're just gonna start a run up. I haven't played this game in ages. I'm pretty rusty with the whole thing. But, you know, what better way to get back in the habit than to just pick it up and literally just start playing? I often start these episodes up with way too much pretense, and I feel like I need to live up to some expectation, but that's okay. We don't really have to do that. The reality is, some things you're just gonna be bad at, and sometimes you just gotta get better. It's actually kind of one of the things that I love about Spelunky is I've played it for, I don't know, probably several hundred hours at this point, and I still feel, well, I feel really comfortable playing it, and also I'm still very challenged by it, and I don't feel like it's trivial at any point. Well, maybe, you know, doing these areas can be reasonably trivial, but there's still so many things that can catch you off guard. I mean, just the odd arrow trap that'll show up, or bad configuration of a bunch of spiders together, and all of a sudden you're in a world of hurt. So, anyway, I'm gonna throw a rope up there and grab some gems. How about that? It's nice to play a few different games at the same time. I know there's a lot of things that on the channel people would really like to just see more of X or Y, but I feel like I do my best and I feel my best when I'm playing a variety of things. And sometimes that involves going a month without playing a game, or even longer sometimes, and, well, thankfully this game is good enough that it'll probably always pretty much come back into vogue again. Is that how you use that? I think that's how you use that. I was having a little bit of a debate with myself this morning. I have this, maybe a rational distaste for the idea of having there be... Oh, is that gonna... Yeah, that worked. Having there be dust or, like, little bits of stuff that show up in my drinks. I know that sounds like a super obvious thing that I would have a distaste for that, but if you don't really think too hard about the whole thing, you're gonna run into, like, little bits of dust and stuff, like, in your drinks all the time, and you're just drinking them. Like, they're just in there. But when I notice them, all of a sudden I can't stop thinking about it, and I want to, like, take a little bit of, like, my fingertip or, like, a paper towel and dab off the top of my drink and get all the stuff out. But it's just impossible. You can't ever get it all. So there has to be some level of tolerance and acceptance for this idea of just drinking little bits of dust. And I hate that that's a thing. That's the reality we have to live in, though, unless you live in, like, a dust-free static room or something, which is probably, that would be fantastic for drinking things. And I think the reason that it comes up some days and not others is it's largely to do with when I record. If I do stuff in the morning or early in the day enough that, like, we have a lot of overhead sunlight, the light will come through the window and it'll just grab the edge of my top of my cup, and then I'll see all the stuff on there. I'm like, hey, this is not a thing that I want to approve of here. Oh, alright, that didn't quite work out the way I wanted. We're just gonna spend a few ropes here and see if we can make something out of this. So there's no, like, end to this argument. This is just a battle that I'm in on a daily basis or so. But sometimes I'll go several days without remembering it, which I guess that's good, because it's a load off my mind and I have to think about that. Do you guys have that same concern? You go, man, I hope I don't drink any dust today. And then you'll go over to your window and there'll be, like, a single light beam coming through your window, right? And it'll just, like, catch all of this particulate matter that's just floating through the air. You're like, man, my lungs are, like, sucking that crap up and doing what it does with them. So I guess I'm happy that I've got, you know, a functioning immune system. I can kind of filter out all this junk. Oh, bad damage. Oh, almost twice in a row there. Wow, that bat had some fantastic timing. This is what I was meaning about things just lining up wrong sometimes. Alright, that was kind of crap, though. Sometimes you'll have a complete and total understanding about how you should move and what you should do to not get in trouble in this game, and then it'll go ahead and get you anyway. But I still think the game is largely fair. It's just occasionally... Well, that was a weird hitbox thing that happened. I don't see that happen a ton, though. I assume we're probably running into a key fairly soon. Should really look for that. I mean, as always, the goal is to get to hell and beat hell. Well, maybe not as always, but that is the desire anyway. I don't know if it'll come to fruition or not. So I had this random desire the other night to play Kid Icarus, you know, the old NES action platformer, and man, that game is so freaking hard! I'd played it a bunch when I was a kid, but I never really, I never got that far in it, I guess. I think maybe I made it, like, the furthest was to screen 2 or so, and I don't even know how long the game is. Based on my performance last night, oh god, I almost wanted to just die there and let it be, but no, I guess we're just gonna go on, because I'm not gonna go through that wall. But I played it over and over and over and over and over, and I was trying to sight read the levels, and they were just so frustrating because it was like every little bit of motion that you made would trigger something that would hit you, and you're always being constantly overwhelmed by enemies that you don't really have a proper ability to deal with easily. I mean, you can deal with them if you move and act perfectly, but unlike this, you know, there's like almost no latitude for mistakes, which I know sounds even weird to say because Spelunky's reasonably unforgiving as well, but I would say that was... Spelunky's like 5 times more forgiving than Kid Icarus. But the end result of me playing it was, well, I got to stage 4, I think. I have to buy the tomatoes, I'm sorry. And the key's over where I can't really easily get it. I got to the level that wasn't like the other levels. All of a sudden the game goes from being like just action platformer to there's like a puzzle labyrinth that we had to go through that's got a whole bunch of like corresponding zones. And I was very confused by that. It's a different structure than I expected the game to be made up of. And apparently the way to get through it was very La Mulana-esque, which I wasn't, well, I wasn't, oh, the arrow got me. I wasn't super happy about the arrow getting me, or that bit of level design, the way that they had set that up in Kid Icarus. But, man, I was thinking to myself, I'm like 30, I should be able to beat any NES game that is thrown at me at this point, right? Like, I've gotten all of the experience that I need out of the way. I should not have much trouble with the hardest of the hard, but, you know, the reality is sometimes things can be difficult, but also obfuscatingly designed. That's not even a good way to put that. Difficultly designed in a way that makes your life more confusing and overburdening than it needs to be. And the problem, I think, and the reason that I think I ended up getting frustrated enough that I didn't want to keep going, is that there's actually hidden systems in Kid Icarus. Feels weird to say that now, after all these years of not knowing, but apparently you can level up by going into doors and killing a certain amount of enemies in each floor, but they don't tell you or show you that anywhere. You just do it, and then it goes, and it happens. Oh, that did not trigger. Why am I trying to trigger this? I don't even know. Oh, I guess just to be safe. So I went and did the first level, and I didn't trigger the thing that made me able to get the bonus from leveling up, so I didn't have the extra health for level 2, and it only got more and more unforgiving after that. So basically what I did was set myself up for failure, and then continue to make life worse as I continued to spiral downward. It's sort of like if you are playing Isaac and you keep taking half-heart, red heart damage, and then like all the time you're just not going to get red heart deals, or deals with the devil rather. So the game keeps getting harder, and you're not getting stronger, and it gets further and further and more frustrating. That's kind of the experience that I had. And at a point, everyone was like, in chat, it was like, hey, you should really just like start the game over. And I was like, hey, no, I worked really hard to get to this point. I don't want to start over. So at that point, I would say probably poor design, but also I guess that's not really up to me. I guess it's sort of just in the court of public opinion whether or not that's poor design. I'm kind of curious what you guys think about that if you've played Kid Icarus. And no, this has nothing to do with the newer one, which apparently is much better. I'm not like a massive fan of Kid Icarus or anything, but I always wanted to be better at that game because I thought it had kind of a charming aesthetic, and it seemed like, you know, the kind of game that I could pretty easily get myself involved in. It's simplistic enough with the idea of it just being an action platformer, and I find that fun. Those are the kind of games that I tend to play quite a bit, so I thought, hey, this is like a perfect candidate for a game that I think I could like. As it turns out, there's a lot more than meets the eye. Unfortunately. But if it was just the thing on the surface level that I expected it to be, that would have been pretty sweet. But I know there's like 100 other games that are that, so I don't really know why I need it to come in the form of that. What I found maybe more astounding than anything was the fact that, you know, this is a pretty popular Nintendo franchise, right? Like, a lot of people know about Kid Icarus and like this franchise quite a bit. And I just think that it was, like, really difficult, and I would imagine it would be hard for people to rally around something that difficult, especially given a reception to difficult games. Even now, I mean, I don't think you could get away with designing a game like that this boldly at this point and not get a little bit of backlash, although I know there's a contingency of people that would definitely probably pat you on the back for making some of the decisions that they made now. But, oh, is that going to shoot me? I'm a little worried, actually. Maybe I don't even need to go over here, actually. Let's just keep on keeping on. Is there anything else up? Oh, careful. There's got to be something up there that's worth hacking up with my pickaxe, right? Maybe go through here, snag some gold. I don't know if I still need to tell you these things anymore about like progression mechanics for this game. Probably get the idea, but my goal here is I want to get to 50,000 gold so I can buy an Ankh when I get to the black market. Obviously, I've got to find the black market, and I've got to find the Ujit Eye so I can find, well, the way that this all works. Hopefully having this pickaxe will help me out a bit. And it seems like they're not skimping on gold these days, so I'm kind of into that as well. Oh. It's kind of nice to balance a little bit of this and a little bit of Catacomb Kids back and forth. So I feel like they have quite a few parallels, but in a way, I like one of them being more exploration-focused and one of them being more combat-focused. It kind of works well together to kind of bounce back and forth depending on the mood that you're in. And surprisingly, or maybe unsurprisingly, if you've ever done something like record a Let's Play, your mood actually has a big bearing on not only your success, but like the general mentality and tone that'll come through in what you're talking about. I'm always personally in this battle of brainwaves, as the unsaid war that's always going on. And if you add in headaches as a third factor, we've got how is my mood, how do I like this game that I'm about to play, and how is my head with regard to a headache. And if I can get all those three things lined up, or at least close to in synchronicity, usually we've got a recipe for okay recording, which is sometimes why I end up not recording at a incredible pace. I know a lot of Let's Players out there, they've got, you know, 5 to 8 videos going up every single day. I think that's, like, personally kind of unsustainable myself, but I also shouldn't really qualify what other people can and can't do with their time. Personally, I think I'd prefer to go with, like, maybe between 1 and 3 videos a day. I think that's reasonable enough, and especially when you factor in, well, I guess now it's actually gotten easier now that I'm factoring in Twitch VODs and such. If those are representing an upload, honestly, I should have more time to do other stuff that's specifically geared toward YouTube. But again, it's balancing brain waves all the time. Alright, so let's see. What's my strategy here? I've got 52 already. We're in a good spot on that. I do kind of want to grab that crate, and I wouldn't mind grabbing this Tunnel Man, because free health. Getting up there is not going to be easy, though. I don't have the pace. Is that? I don't think that arrow trap has been triggered yet. That's right. He won't die from it. He'll just almost die from it. But then he'll give me some health, which is great. And 5 bombs. Is there... Oh, my timing was not great there. It's 1-3. I hope the key and the chest aren't on this... Oh, wait, I already sorted that out. Never mind. Balance and brain waves. Right. Yeah, what we end up with when the headache wave is a little bit off from the other two is we end up with very short and oddly stilted memory where I'll do something and immediately lose track of what I just did. As well as sometimes weird fragmented sentences will come up on occasion. I'm sure you'll see a smattering of both of these during the course of this. Or it may end up on a really weird topic that feels like it has nothing to do with the other ones. Things that are just sort of out of sync in general that way. Oddly enough, it doesn't always manifest in bad gameplay, although it certainly can. Today I feel like I'm mostly in control of my gameplay, I'll say. Right before I probably fall on some spikes or something. Just kind of knock this down. What's my best bet here? Maybe just run under this, and run under that, and then kill the spider. Now we got some grandpappy spiders here, which are going to make me slow down a bit. I would love to get some paste out of them, though. That will not fire directly into me. Nope, we're good. I do need to kill that. Could there be many more spiders here? I almost Seinfelded a little there. We'll do that. I'm sorry if that catches Tunnel Man. Alright, that was perfect, actually. We got everything we wanted out of that. Now, what's the scene downstairs? Looks like we can go through. I'm going to set Tunnel Man loose in this area. And I don't have to worry about the arrow trap. We just need to make our way over to the goal, which should be over here, hopefully. Okay, well, that was a little iffy, but thankfully we should have our friend here to give us a little bit more health. Man, what are we gonna die to this time? Hopefully we won't for a little while yet. Got a lot of living to do before we get to that point. Those spikes are certainly gonna be a concern. I would like to go back for my pickaxe. I don't know if it's gonna happen for sure, but we're also gonna have about 200 spiders coming out my way here. Just want to scan. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we'll just get out. We got 66k. That's fine. I'm not trying to set any records here. I just want to live, prosper, and all that. Alright, we're on the jungle. I don't know why I said that like it's a big deal. I've gotten to the jungle a couple of times before. I just had the strangest thought as that tomato bomb frog was about to explode. I had this like crossover thought of like, why hasn't that exploded yet? Do I have a remote detonator? I was like, what? This is not the right game. I'm thinking about Isaac while I'm playing Spelunky. Is the game that freaking insidious in my thoughts? That I'm cross-referencing all actions through the filter of Isaac. It's really quite a thing that could be the way it is. It actually involves quite a bit of climbing into my mind space for that to be possible. Again, if you don't know about Spelunky, at this point we're looking for blinking on our Ujit eye. That's the point of why we got it, is so we could see the blinking stuff happen. That way we could find where we're headed. Don't want to tiki trap myself to death. Right, I've got a hired help here, which I'm not going to talk to. I think we should have no trouble getting up there. Man, I wish they'd make a Spelunky too. I would just love to see it. I don't know how on earth it would balance, or like what even the point of making a second Spelunky would be, really, because the game is kind of like a self-contained little world. But just to add a different experience to it would be super nice. Some different zones, some different enemies, different... everything would be great. Alright, that guy's gonna blow up that tiki trap, which is fine. I don't know why, but I was strangely compelled to want to go after that single pot over there, like it really mattered that much. And there goes my Matic, so if I have time, I'd love to go back over here and grab that boomerang. Oh, there's a spider in the pot. Don't let me take any more damage. Oh my god. No. Oh, they're gonna both wake up. Okay, there we go. That was really unnecessary that I ended up taking damage there. But at least I have a weapon now. Might get me out of a situation that I will not be able to predict. You know, the other thing that I think makes a nice juxtaposition between this and Catacomb Kids is, since the general skill level from one moment to the next is maybe a little bit lower, or just that I'm more experienced with it, I'm not sure, maybe a little bit of both. I tend to live a bit longer, usually. Not that that's a guarantee. Oh, that was bad. Not that that's a guarantee or anything, but it lets me get a little bit more invested in my runs, so that way there's a bit more on the line when I lose. With Catacomb Kids, I mean, I've had a couple of really good runs, but for the most part, I die in under 10 minutes. Spelunky, on average, I think at this point, I probably last at least 20 minutes on a decent run. Again, there's no guarantees with that. I've occasionally messed that up for sure, but just speaking in generalities. So I think it's kind of nice to have that. I think I can make this jump, right? Oh, that was so close. Get on. Yes! Alright, that was a little bit scary, but I went for it. I probably am safer dealing with the top one. Maybe I'll just do that. Oh. Alright. That wasn't exactly what I meant to do, but it worked out. Ooh, Spider-Man. Doing whatever a spider can. I don't like how I lost control as I did that fall there. I didn't mean for that to happen. That was actually a mistake that could have ended up killing me. I mean, there are a lot of death traps that are just one-hit KOs in this, although it's not that they're necessarily one-hit KOs, but they often are considering the situations. Should I paste that? I should probably just paste that. I don't really want to risk getting over that and falling into that little groove. Oh, look at the 3 gems just sitting there chilling. Too bad it couldn't have been garnet, amethyst, and pearl. There are no pearls in this, actually. Oh, alright. I don't know what I'm trying to do with these monkeys over here. I'm just kind of like hanging out, having a good time. I really want to blow that up, but having one bomb is just, it's not a good idea. I could very, very likely need to use both of those bombs just to get into the black market. Or, you know, this could happen, which could really throw a big old damper on the whole thing. The reason this happened is very likely because I took so long. Apparently, that does matter. And you know what? I'm going to give up my boomerang here because I need the ability to see more because of reasons like this. I don't know if I want to walk that way. I think that's a little scary. Alright, there we go. This seems like an... Oh! I just heard a tink. Where are we? Oh, why would I do that? That's a really, really dumb move that I just did that. We're gonna actually go back up. I'd need to relight this. I need to see where the tinking is coming from. It's super, super subtle, though. It's over here somewhere? Can't really take a lot of chances here. I've got to know for sure before I go at it. This is awful. I don't like what I'm doing right now. Oh, lucky. I was able to actually save that torch, although maybe I wasn't, because there's actually pits on both sides after that. Oh, God. Oh, my God, that was so lucky. Oh, that was so lucky. Wake up. I don't have a ton of time here. We've got to get back over to the left. And this is a nightmare of a level. For a dark level also, well, I mean, again, that was my own fault, but yeah, this level is absolutely out to kill me. It is trying its darndest. I need that back. Why can't I burn down the tree? I would love to go check and see what's up top, but I just don't have the luxury of the time, unfortunately. I need to hurry up and get over here. I'm pretty sure the ghost is going to end up in play. As much as I would like it not to be. Oh, no. Where are we? Is it here somewhere? I'm going to run out of bombs, but I've got to give this a try anyway. Maybe I'll get really lucky? No? I'm really not sure where we're looking. It's not any closer there. At the bottom of this water? Oh, it is over here somewhere. Oh, man. I hope that doesn't... Oh, I didn't even open it. Oh, there it is. Up right against the freaking vault. Oh, that's awful. Alright, now let's just hope that I can get out of this level and survive. I don't know if I even can. Exit? Yes. Nope. That was a no-brainer to grab that tunnel man, but my hands just did not react the way that I wanted them to, so at a certain point it became self-preservation. I don't get to keep more health, but I at least get to keep my life, so... I'm also out of bombs entirely now. I've got to hope that I can find some either in a shop or in the wild. Oh my god, that's a lot of blue frogs all at once. I mean, I've seen more, but that was a lot. Alright, there's some bombs in the wild, like I talked about. I've got 7 ropes. I'm gonna do something that might be a little bit foolish, but also hopefully might help. You probably saw this crate before. Crates are great, and there's 2 of them, so I'm gonna see if I can grab both of these. Because there is the possibility of finding something really useful in them, like 12 bombs or a jetpack or something. There we go. I thought I'd be able to get them both in one go. Oh, I got a catcher's mitt. Or pitcher's mitt, whatever. That's not really an item that I look forward to getting, usually. Neither is the parachute, actually. That one sometimes actually hurts. Oh, there were 2 frogs hidden in one. Two frogs in one. Hey, teens. Wow. Alright, well that's the end of that level, I guess. So we're not doing a black market run anymore, unfortunately, which means we can't go to hell. Which means most of the point of this, you know, erased. But we can at least make the best of a bad situation. We've got a lot of gold, so... should things end up going south, at least we can say, you know, we tried, we had some gold. We tried and we died. Alright, we're on the ice caves with 2 health. And 2 bombs. And no climbing gloves, which makes this all a lot more scary. Another parachute! Hooray! How about we do one of these? The hope is that we get at least 3 more bombs out of this, and we're gonna knock him that way. Oh, that was scary. Very precarious situation we're finding ourselves in moment to moment here. Goodbye, Boomerang. You were quite a friend to me. I think I should be able to get back up with one of these. Wanted to get rid of him. Oh my god, a 3rd parachute. This seed does not like me very much, as it turns out. Okay, got a mine. Mines are great for getting rid of these guys without too many worries. And I guess it's okay if I can throw them straight away. Where's our exit? I'm really hoping it's over there. I don't have a compass, so, like, finding the exit is not as easy as it could be sometimes. And I do at least have 5 ropes, so I should be able to get myself out of this if I, yeah, have just created an awkward spot for myself. Should I trust? I should trust this one last time. Hook me up. Also, please don't blow through the bottom. We didn't. More ropes. Well, I've traded my last bomb for ropes. I hope it was worth it. We won't know for a bit yet, because we're going to have to do quite a bit of traversal. We also can't get to a bunch of stuff now, which is unfortunate. Now, let's not get over-eager. If I had kept the bomb, I could have gotten to that, but, yeah, well. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. A lot of things like that happen. I would like to actually throw a rope around this corner. I could use some health. Very precarious, though. And if I find myself in a spot where I can't jump up to and then I run out of ropes, well, it's just GG, sadly. We're going to pop this guy here. We're going to grab... Oh, I didn't see you there. Grab the boomerang. And we're out. Alright, so we at least got a boomerang and 1 health out of that floor. May not have been the smartest moves I've ever made in my life, but can at least get some spike shoes, maybe help out a little bit with the ice. We should be able to make a play right here. So what's amazing is after all these hours of playing this, just being on the ice caves, all in and of itself, is still reasonably tense. There's always these chain reactions that can happen without your knowledge that result in this slightly emergent gameplay that I love about Spelunky. I don't think I'll ever get tired of this game, to be honest. It's very well balanced. There's a lot of things here that are done right. A few things that are probably done wrong as well, but I don't even know what those are off the top of my head. Alright, we should be able to leave this floor. Yep. Now we're just speeding through. There's no reason to dilly-dally. I don't really know what I'm going to get, other than, you know, finding free crates and stuff would be great. That's probably the best thing I could do, is find a stack of bombs. Because I don't even know what I'm going to do when I get to the boss at this point. I don't really have a good setup. My setup is just, like, hope that I can get him to trigger the cascade effect. Oh, wow. That's maybe a bit of a mistake for you, little green alien. How am I going to get around this? Is the exit... I have to hope the exit's over here, right? Probably is. Or maybe not. And I just made my life a lot harder by putting that fellow over there. I've got to land on him. If I don't land on him, it's GG. Alright, we're good. So we're going to take this way around. Go up here. Those blocks, if you didn't remember, standing under them can be instant death. Oh, okay, there's our exit. And was there anything else I wanted here? Just some gold. Gold is great, but, yeah, let's just go. Alright, you know, all things considered, not a great run by any means, but just getting to this point, I feel pretty comfortable saying, you know, this is not the worst run I've had in a little while either. Just the fact that I've been so rusty, I haven't played this in ages, and being able to come back into at least make it to the end of the ice caves, you know, that's a nice feeling. Oh, so we've got another paste, which doesn't help me at all. I'd love to bring a little bit of health down with me, but that means I'm getting rid of my boomerang at this point, which is maybe a precarious or ill-advised move. I'm not sure which yet. Okay, Thankfully, the spike shoes are actually helping me out a bit with the killing power, and I think that might have been the exit right there. It is. So, not a problem. I guess if I drop this man right here, he should hopefully just walk right to the exit. And I'll just pitch this over here. It was a little chunk of gold. And I think if I hang off this ledge, we're fine. We're fine. Obviously, since I'm not killing shopkeepers, I'm not doing anything to maximize my gold. I certainly could be doing things in that realm that are a little bit smarter. This is not new news to me, though. I've certainly been around the block with regard to optimal plays and how I choose to ignore them. Well, I think that arrow trap will trigger, right? I should be able to use this cricket, though. Yep, there we go. And I'm going to have to fall and then immediately jump over this block. I should be safe, though, as long as I jump it in time, which I did. Oh, goodness, we've got a lot of thwomps around. I'm definitely bringing a rock with me. Whether or not I'll be able to... Okay, no, we're fine. That guy can't push through that big block, so it looks like we're actually done on this floor already. We didn't even have to fight Anubis, which is a nice change for once. Since we don't need anything from him, we don't need the scepter. We can't go to the City of Gold, so I might as well just keep going. You're going through hell, keep going, as they say. Oh, this is a nightmare again. Definitely gonna bring this rock again with me. Choosing to just ignore things that put me in harm's way. This is a really bad spot. I'm not even sure if I can navigate this at all. Is there any other option here? Like, not really? If I fall here... Yeah, this... Oh, no, line of sight actually did work there. Helpfully enough. Now, how do I... Just gotta jump straight over it. Alright, that's one dispatched. This spot right here is pretty awful, too. I've got to jump this while also running forward and hope that whatever's on the other side does not crunchalize me. And we made it through. Okay, trigger, trigger. Now, watch for more. There's always more. More thwomps everywhere. Okay. Oh, there's one. I would love that box, but I'm not going to get it. And it looks like our way out is indeed below. With this lava, of course, too. I think I should have no problem being able to just hug right. Just want to land on that edge. A lot of precise platforming going on these days. I'm going to use my rock here. Okay, made sure those are clear. I've got to fall, immediately jump right, or move right. And a mummy's in the way. No problem. No problem. Oh, still got no bombs, though. Not super happy about that. Still got not any bombs. Here, prayers to Kali. Alright. Is Timmy in the well again? It's a Lassie joke. Only 50s kids will remember this. Alright, let's go around here. Oh, wow, that was quite a level. Really tough stuff, but, you know, I managed to eke out a win. And then we're going to be thrust right into the boss. This is like a freaking 15-second level if I just walk through here. I really want to just go check for items to the right, but this might be a poor choice. Yep, there's an arrow trap right there. Oh, I'll just pop on this guy here, and I guess that'll be the end of it, right? I don't think... Is this... You know what? I'm not going to bother. We're just going to see if we can maximize our chances with the boss. I've got one rope. I don't think that's even enough to get up to the ceiling. So, resources-wise, well, I pretty much screwed myself. Oh, yeah, I forgot I had that still part of the mod. That's my face. It's been a while since we've met up. Me and my face. Any chance? Oh, maybe a chance. Maybe. I don't know what the scene is around there, but I don't see any crates, unfortunately, so even if I get up there, well, I would have to hope that I could do something good with it. I would ideally... Oh, this is not what I wanted you to do at all. Alright, we're just going to do that. Alright, that was actually what I was hoping it would be, is just an open top. But, can I... Oh, that's a little far, isn't it? Watch this beat. Excuse me? There's a spider in there. think that jump is exactly too far for me to reach. But, like, what other options do I have? I'm not gonna... It's exactly too far for me to reach. I need to, like, bring an enemy up here or something. I don't think that's even possible. Yeah, that's not gonna help me out. Can I use it like a shotgun blast and, like, throw it left and then jump right? That's not a thing. That's too far, right? Well, what's the worst thing that happens? I fall, I get knocked unconscious, and then the thing stomps me. Alright. For liberty! Whoa! Too far. Parachute saved me there. Alright, ride the top, and hope that maybe we can get into a position that I could jump back up. This also might crush me. I don't know yet. This could crush me. No, it hasn't. Okay, this will get me up. Yes! Oh, resourcefulness. Plus 10. A machete! Oh, so helpful to my cause. And a compass. All the things I needed and wanted, but at least I found a way up here. Alright, so we're now going to have to do our best. We can't stack parachutes, so I've got to find a way down now. I guess I'm just going to have to jump on this. Even though I did pick up 2 parachutes, it didn't do the job for me, sadly enough. Alright, so let's get over here, I guess. Well, since we're not going for the Necronomicon wiggle, honestly, has no bearing on anything where we choose to go down. But I do need to make sure that I can get back out because I have no ropes. So I don't even know how that's going to work at all, actually. Man, you really need consumables for this whole strategy, huh? If I could just, like, keep it real tight. Oh, right, we've got to deal with this now. Freaking monkeys and spiders. Out of control. Do it again. Yep, and get the bat, too, also. Yep, there's the bat. Now we got the sparks of life. Oh, goodbye, monkey. You tried. And don't kill me! Okay, goodbye. I thought I was just slightly over enough on that tile. You know, that was a long and very unfortunate run. I'd rather it ended this way, though, than I just petered out somewhere in, like, the ice caves. I feel like I still had a little bit of guts to get through the temple area when I just didn't have anything. So, you know, I'm not proud of the run, but I'm also not pissed at myself either, like I can be in some, where it's just like, oh, I just died to a stupid jump and landed on some spikes. You know, I made it through some tough stuff there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. That was a Spelunky run. There will be more of these. There always are, for the rest of time, until, you know, I don't exist anymore. Hopefully there'll be more Spelunky runs. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you leave a comment and let me know that you did, because I still do appreciate hearing that. If you are still interested in watching Spelunky, it's always nice to know that you're out there, you know, and that you're not just a viewer number. I want to hear from you guys. I like being part of the Spelunky community. You all play this game. Well, probably most of you do. Are there any of you out there that have just exclusively watched this and never picked up a copy of Spelunky? That would be pretty incredible to make it to this point after all these years of Spelunkification, to not get involved yourselves. But I'd understand if that was a thing for some people that just found this game maybe too frustrating, or tried it a couple of times, decided it wasn't for them, but still think that the runs can be exciting. That's my question that I pose to you. But anyway, I will catch you on the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you have a great night. Later.